defense. PRX on the attack, exactly where they want to be.
Already this B main control as well from DRX looking to be established, but mid for PRX on a slow walk up.
Oh, Mako on the swing, instantaneous with that headshot. Just getting ready to come through. Relay Bolt to try to hold them at bay here for the moment as the salvos go out as well here at main.
Oh, good wall.
Wall set up. Mako able to find another here. Swings around the back. Mindfreak going to be taken down. He dips back down in towards sewers. Forsaken trying to find the punish. He's just chasing and Mako is slaying. Gets himself a third. Nearly finds that fourth Elim as Jing down to 11 health. Needs to be all headshots, all insta. 10 seconds rather, remaining 11 HP. Drops down and there you go. Quick tap from Bane. Gets the pistol across.
Starting off this best of 5 with the pistol. See how commanding on this defensive side they're going to potentially be with a little slight new look towards the agents on this map.
Going for a big investment once again here. And just the one ghost in hand. Otherwise, a lot of money going to be spent. Estrella, snappy readjust, finds Forsaken swinging out. Knows that there's another player, but hasn't quite been able to find any damage there on a Mindfreak. Something at the same time. Just trying to lurk forward. Mako eventually rewarded with the kill. 5-1 start here for the Viper, as he's just 3 charges away from having that pit online.
And nothing you can really do for Mindfreak at the moment, so it's just going to be the flawless one for DRX.
Let's see how they fare, though.
A little bit more presence in mid again. Early Prowler. Gonna go up. You stalled out from going in towards A. Where's Forsaken? Found that one through the smoke. Spot shots.
Yeah, just straight through that one in towards Mail. He caught him trying to reposition, so Bane dead off the rip. A judge around the corner though for Fring. Heavy stack, sees the gate crash, but they're playing at range, and Divine is able to find it.
That's gonna be an open sight for them to get in. Hyunmin can't really do too much from screens, you'd assume.
Good wide swing out. And then just having to wait, play this a bit more patiently, push up into the smoke. Something, does he continue to advance? Looks like the answer's gonna be no. As Mindfreak able to find Mako, the lurk dealt with. And something trying to push out off the back of the boombot. They both not gonna be connecting, slide into the corner, slide into his death. Estrella out trying to see if he can stop this from being a flawless. Otherwise, PRX is gonna be having a very nice.
And coming into the fresh round as well, an operator out real early for Hyunmin.
And he's immediately going to try to maybe get on a decent little line here, escorted by that stealth drone forward, and is rewarded as well. Something picked apart. Wall not blocking. Very good opening kill to be found here for the Neon. Forsaken up and over the top though, getting another jump onto Mako, and it's not going to be that much damage taken. PRX could go for a vent pivot. Do they try to really just force their way forward? Well, with a kill like that, makes it a hell of a lot easier. Swing forward though, Fring able to find one, knows that the other 2 players gonna be forward towards that screen's position. The swing in, Jing so low, finally finished off, 76 HP here on Estrella. As Forsaken needing the clutch from this position, which he has been able to do in the past at Internationals, but Fring is just dancing around him. As Estrella comes forward here, so as he peeks out, ends up taking an immense amount of damage. Salvo's now sent to try to further delay as the wall gets invested as well. Bane trying to keep him locked out, and something still TPing into back sight, ends up falling to the wayside as Jing able to find one more up and over the top of the box. Nearly a showstopper online, chasing in, but he'll receive it in death. Freeing able to go ahead and finish him off. Hyunmin finding Mindfreak, and now the pit in play from Mako. Making this site so damn difficult. Forsaken on the side of this pit. Estrella has not turned around. If he does at all, they'll know that they have him completely locked in a corner. Finally starting to stray forward. Forsaken gets the jump. There's a quick reposition coming through. Mako ensuring that they're able to keep.
Hoping maybe they find themselves an advantage to even consider deploying the showstopper.
On reveal, the bounce forward, and there's the kill secured. Jing getting in on top of Mako.
Wait, Bane!
Okay, yeah, Bane just goes strafing into that one, finds something, and then Mindfreak comes up with the kill on Bane. Things already starting to get very chaotic. His weapons now upgraded, that showstopper still available.
Yeah, and you also have to consider there's 2 snipers in the mix for DRX here. They cannot afford to miss a shot.
No, they cannot. Hyunmin about to slow peek in, and Forsaken is absolutely prepped. It decently well, but it gets off the angle.
Noted though.
Both of them are, and that's now the paranoia going across. Has to draw it down somehow. Estrella has that kill, escapes with a quick little TP out, but they are still in such a poor spot. Timing going to be found here as Mindfreak does end up getting taken down. Jing bounding forward into garage. Gets rid of the enemy Omen. And somehow this has now been brought to a 1v2 with Freeing trying to clutch. But even if he finds one, any damage taken is going to prove to make this so very tough. Swing onto the corner, looks for the concuss, swings out, does find the punish here on the Jing. Salvo sent to try to clear backside, swoops out, and Forsaken absolutely Mako'd.
He got a rotation immediately from Marco, though, in towards Heaven, where PRX are looking to bully their way in.
And the bite is right there at the doorway, so as Jing tries to up the ante, up the pace. Ends up getting taken down. Freeing now, sending out the salvos. He's widely pinned here into the corner, looking for the shots, and the salvo will be able to go ahead and get the confirmed kill. Swing in, though, trying to send out the red carpet, is able to pull the trigger on the ultimate as Estrella quickly repositions, the spike now dropped. Mindfreak not going to be reading the close angle.
For Mindfreak would have been very difficult. Back to the drawing board individually for the team. Hero, Vandal, a Marshall though for something.
And he's able to find a very nice headshot, and Jing playing off the back here. We're still online.
Getting close up to the site.
Mako cutting across towards the rope, gets onto the rope, drops down, and cannot set the aim. Forsaken able to find one. Bane out from Heaven, finding one, finding two, drops down. Mindfreak desperately trying to find the hit, as that ult is not going to connect. Devi finally arrived, but are avoided. Push into the corner here for Devi, and somehow Brink gets away, gets that kill. The round's not over. I need to see what's going on!
They got it! Mindfreak still gets the one.
One wall now going to be set up as the barrier mesh gets invested. Something arriving here on site. Mako going to be taken down. Now he's just going to gate crash right back over into garage to join in with the rest of the team. As Hyunmin getting a ton of damage. Flying through that smoke, able to find it here. Spotting out all three players, dropping down, gets the headshot. He's got them all shredded! As it's a thrifty income.
When Hyunmin comes away with something like that.
Looks like here that showstopper finally going to be invested as stun comes through, and Estrella, the rocket is far too short because slow push forward. Gunman, the outlaw in tow once again. It's going to be a drift across as the wall fades, but Mindfreak seeming like maybe he'd spot out the Tejo, swings out a little bit too wide. Gets picked apart. Something very nice headshot. Finds one, wants to sprint over, grab this weapon. Fight a little bit late as Bane able to find it, rather it was the Vise, I should say. And does manage to bring this back to being decently close. The spike up here on the ground, quick little pop there on the clone. Something TP's forward as he tries to fight his way out. Ends up falling to the wayside, and the time right now is just not going to be there for Devi. Gets himself a headshot, needs to fire a second. Damage not quite going to be found there. Just a tiny bit of taps on the Forsaken from earlier. They're going to go cutting back across the opposite way. At the same time, Mindfreak does catch a jiggling as they get the net baited out, I should say. Stun going down. Drop down here from Bane, though. Turns his sights back over. Now pounds the spike on the floor. Gets the other two cleaned out of him.
Crossfires looking very handsome as we move into the last round, where there will be another fighter come up for PRX.
For 9 and 3 to slide forward, and Hyunmin does get shut down. Looking for a crunch play here as the Armageddon was sent just outside of garage. PRX now full cluster up over towards his A site, and Devi hits a hell of a shot, but Estrella finds two in response. Spots out Jing as well. Freeing here to try to back him up. TP to reposition away from the paint shells. Something in deep over its screen. Sight for now. Plant can come through. Dane trying to watch for a little bit more, but Estrella finds the enemy Yoru. Swoop in, and Jing holds his own for now.
They haven't seen Mindfreak.
Swing onto the corner. Chance for a 4K. It's like you say, they know that there's still a ready here around the corner at elbow. Paint shell going to be lobbed in, but that's going to be the sonic sensor taken down. Early alert system now removed here from the grasp of the DRX. It's Jing with that Sheriff making it sing. Comes up with two. The site now in control as Estrella spotting out one, finds the headshot, the paranoia about to send, about to connect onto multiple players, but the smoke is there to obfuscate, and Mako can sensor removed.
Hard to go through this little sliver of the one-way too. Gonna have to almost just respect it. This is the sort of deployment as well from PRX. Actually, no, never mind. They're not gonna disrespect it. They're just gonna go. What?
Hudman just swings right into that one. Mindfreak able to find him. TP's over to the side and has him lined up. The judge now to run down the two remainders. That will
bonus round. And it is the duelist yet again for PRX playing at the ramp.
double stack set up. Boombot to try to check close. Gets the reveal and Mako gets a headshot. I've been finding one here in trade. And for now, it looks like ramp is widely just going to be avoided. No, Freeing does manage to get the peek there from something. He's just trying to get his way through this barrier mesh where he's just been stuck inside of screens. Clears it eventually. Just dropped down into the stun. Hyunmin on the peak, able to find one, finds two. Mindfreak going to be taken down. And Hyunmin, a 4K of his own. Quickly looking to just disconnect backward. Boy's getting spotted out. Pushing forward, though, is going to be stunned up. Tiny bits of damage. Defy! He just goes barreling through the vent. Finds himself 2 kills. TP forward, Estrella.
Wait.
Oh! Something I hadn't noticed! It seems like they have a solid read, and now he's stuck in! Oh my god, the smoke about to fall! And he's got 3 players on the opposite side! And at best, all you could say that it was info gained.
There's a flank from Mindfreak here too.
Swinging around the back, Mako here on the side. Swings up, has him stacked together. Jinging something now, dead. Bane arriving here at Heaven. The smoke falling, looking for the readjust. It takes him a damn long while, but Bucky in hand to try to hold main here for Forsaken. As the stealth drone does not peek over towards the vent. And Bucky somehow connects to that range. Hyunmin dead, Freeing able to answer one back. Answers back 2. But at the same time, he's the last one left alive. Catches a bit of a timing. Here's the Prowler. And it does catch him off. Tucks back here into Alia. Double approach now into Heaven. The drop down sent a smoke. Has flown. They're both directly right here on top of this one. The Armageddon now pushing them away to the opposite side of the pillar. The salvo's still going to be there on the back end. Another smoke cycled through. The salvo's confirming his position, finding the kill. And he looks for the swing and cannot find it.
It's off.
The time, it's got it up to have something just sticking and looking.
Available at the right spot currently for a couple of members.
Grab that send. Showstopper now chasing in. Bane going to be taken down. Here behind the box, though, straight up playing off the orb tap. Is able to find one. The slide in from Hyunmin, however, not able to find much value at all. Find something. Do they invest the pit to try to clutch it out? Mako, sliding down. The aim getting readjusted as the spray. Oh man, it is whippy as all hell. Being able to find it now once again, going to be asked to clutch it up.
Forsaken aware of this push through the screens. Freeing going to think better of it though. Or is he?
He's going to try to challenge forward here for the fight. And
DRX are ready to roll with 4.
4 at the ready, but something, does he just go right into it here? From the outset, sprinting forward. Jing going to be taken down. Freeing able to find that one, but Hyunmin does get traded. Freeing, however, Vandal in hand, swooping forward, looking for a 3rd kill, but Mindfreak will be able to take his head clean off. But now, Estrella into Heaven, managing to find the jump. Device swings off the back of the dimensional drift. This thing's, it's so very chaotic. Device out from Heaven, takes down the other 2.
He's good for 1, traded out. Bit of a rough one for DRX with that investment, with that timeout, and now PRX 1 round away from tying it up.
Well, that's a horrendous way to try to start this off as you go for a thrifty attempt. One of your smokes dead. Just through the wall, Estrella getting a bit unlucky. Sight does, in the end, be a bit more opened up here. Mako just with a ghost. He's going to send the pit. They're committing for this one. Nightfall on the opposite side. They're trying to counteract, but Forsaken going to be taken down. Hyunmin swinging off the timing, finds it. That's going to be another weapon. Able to be collected perhaps. Overdrive, pop, finds something. Here's a tap of the defuse, slides in. A 3K here for Hyunmin, down to 5 HP. But for Devi and Mindfreak,
Are they just going to call it?
Yeah, no real way to try to get back into this one. They opt to back away, Forsaken, Jing, two players that just don't have that much money behind. They will opt to try to save, maybe find some exits. Bane is on the prowl and will fall. So back out, Hyunmin does get himself a 4-piece, it would seem. For now, smoke's just to be waited out. The pit making mid completely unassailable, but as that smoke goes down, Mind Freak jiggling it back, Pillar ends up getting caught. Push forward into the smoke, something trying to get one, trying to get out, but Bane does manage to capitalize. But Jing's still here. Finds a headshot onto the enemy Neon, finding Bane to boot. Bane Chill now going to be lobbed in the spike, dropped it back sight. And Estrella not having from the shadows, not having a beat here on Vi. Does mean that he falls. Puts him down to 10. Mako now having to try to clutch, but position where it looks winnable, where they can make that call. Hyunmin looking to try to push forward here as Jing swoops in from behind, managing to assassinate two. Mako and Bane taken down. Hyunmin turns back. Ring now with that Phantom. Smoke dissipating. Double face in. A recycle on the smoke, and they're just gonna maybe try to push out of this one, but they are met with their demise. The timeout once again.
Can hold around mid still, can hold around B.
Wyatt drop back is Armageddon gonna be coming through, looking for the catch, is able to find one, spots out something, as well as finds Mind Freak in back sight. B now opened up the clone, already tapped, something's position gonna be known. Jing, showstopper, at the ready, sends it, Bane gonna be taken down, lands it on top, looking for Hyunmin, cannot make it happen, but the flash is there. A 2v2, a judge in hand for Forsaken, spamming out. Damage found, the push on back sight, something on the peak. Finds for around the corner. Exits the drift, is just trying to draw the attention. They're both approaching now, down ramp, in through main. Shorty to try to lead it out, but for...
Or to still go towards B, where this annihilation is available.
So push to Vi, peeking in around mid, and collecting a kill. Estrella is going to be taken down. He re-peeks for a little bit more. The grab does manage to come through. That should just about be Jing dead to rights as Mind Freak here in heaven.
Okay.
Taken down, suddenly a 3v2.
You've still got the wall as Bane. That's just going to lock something out.
DRX flipping the script. He's going to be looking to try to catch him on the exit here, but the stealth drone ends up coming through, so Freeing just stays tucked. A gun barrel spotted, but nothing that something can do about this at all. Has to clear this out, and now he's the last one standing. All of his bullets committed. 26 remaining in total. Not even a full magazine. The clone into the face. Around the back of the pillar. The push up and free. 3 players here at this ace site really relying and trusting in Bane.
Oh.
To be able to hold this for himself. Cut around the side and Estrella unanticipated.
Immediately scaling up towards mid and through mail though.
Karlachek's on to 1, stun out with the bite in play. Not able to find the trap there for some added damage. And Mako on the reface ends up getting taken down. Yeah, bringing it now to a 4v4 here is Forsaken as Estrella trying to get cheeky here at Vents. Loses his head, and suddenly the balance has been tipped right back into PRX's hands. Jiggle peek out, a hunt in the backside, Freeing, trying to reposition and dodge out the reveal, but ends up just getting gunned down. Far too many targets here. Gentleman catching a glimpse onto 1. He's able to collect Mind Freak. Taken out. But now the arrival from behind something. Not going to go for the knife. Just does him a courtesy. Gets the headshot. And leaves Bane now alone. Ramen, but now the haunt over the top. Should make them feel a little bit more secure in this. So
how much spam?
The push through the sewer ends up coming through. The Odin starting things off as Navi re-swinging, looking for a little bit more, but Bane able to take his head off.
Early flank.
Wall set up here at screens. Not going to mean too much unless they reposition, because now the double flank is coming in from behind. Estrella about to get jumped. Mako pushes up the top of ramp, is able to find Forsaken, but now is pinched. Swings down a little bit closer, something barrel stuffing, able to find the headshot there as we go now into a 3v3 with Bane. Playing the close angle here on the left-hand side. It's going to be the wide swing. Something setting up for Jing. Brings position now spotted. Gentleman trying to bail them out. Freeing, trying to clutch. 7 bullets remaining. The 1v1 dancing around this one. It's something! Gets a some swing once again.
Or things known and why they want to pick certain sides with their certain comps that may or may not change for us. But here we go into the pistol round to start it off, and immediate battle in mid. And PRX win that.
That they do in emphatic fashion. In fact, that is going to be Bane tagged down at 26 with Hyunmin dead. Quite the large amount of value found there is Estrella now picked off. Flash into the face. Mako does mention slide over towards the door, but as he waits for it to shut, Mind Freak gets an angle, and Freeing is now all alone in a 1v5. And the man is Teo himself. He is a god of the ghost. But this time,
PRX like to implore, then, well, he might not have a lot to do in the very beginning of this map and have to look to come with the team a little bit more.
Something strafing forward, and yep, just slicing him.
Needed a main take to come through from PRX, really. Now it should look pretty clean to close it out.
Just a couple taps here. Jing going from Sheriff to Guardian. Does men end up falling there as Bane finds one, can get some plant money for the team.
Or will he?
Well, he's going to try to, and no, just denied to bait them forward.
0 point just landed in the B lobby as well, dodged by Estrella. So this is a bit of false sense for PRX here.
Still are suspicious though, and Estrella snappy there with that headshot, and Hyunmin similarly able to keep him alive, just ready to swing if Mako calls for it. Yeah, swinging out on the opposite side, Estrella going to be good for one, but Mind Freak comes away with both kills. Upgrades now over to a Vandal. Problem is something just with that operator is not going to be able to get involved, has to save this weapon. So bonus convert for the side of DRX is up into the window, quickly going to be cleared out. Just trying to disguise how many players they have here in this position. Forsaken going to be tucking back over by switches. Hyunmin goes diving forward as he's going to take it down there from the flank. Jing backsteps, the peek coming through, finds himself a second. Estrella answering back there, but disadvantage now. RTRX.
Got to get the spike too.
Mako able to find Devi. Like you said, position seems like he's got a pretty strong understanding of where Mind Freak could be. Jump shot attempt. Not gonna find it. Paranoia goes across. Mako, however, playing up close, has the vision necessary. Takes down Mind Freak. Now looks for a little bit more. Plenty of noise. There's a quick push up through Pizza. Comes in. Something out into the open. Dashes over to the side, but Hyunmin's still able to line it up. Jing good for one, but cannot find the follow-up.
Difficult.
A bit of a warning shot there from Estrella. Repositions. Checking now over towards Market. Swing in. Devi does end up falling to the wayside here. As Mako swinging around the back, able to catch him off guard. Finds the one. Freeing.
That's rough.
Two quick kills now going to be found. Hyunmin on the reposition, but Estrella with the covering fire. But with all this attention paid towards main, they haven't really put eyes over towards Tree. Smoke off on that one. They're looking trying to push this one. Is Hyunmin able to find one, but Devi finding the other. The ult now in play as something comes up with one. Devi with 3 overall. Now brings this into a 1v2. The fadeaway shot. Estrella finding the kill there. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Looks like it was just our screen lagging there for a brief little moment. The PRX.
Operator back on the line as well for something here. Re-clear A main. Call the audible that nothing's there, but Forsaken with Jing.
They walled themselves in. And they've taken down Estrella. Forsaken getting a little bit of damage there, but the alarm bot similarly set up to try to lock these players in position in mid. Forsaken is going to be sending that Nightfall in reply, catching on to 3. As Devi swooping in around the back, catches Mako. Spike now dropped in one of the worst places possible. The crunch here from PRX is looking absolutely gorgeous. Captain from behind, something finds Spring at the same time from across, and that is going to Guardian just going to be used here for the entry, but obviously no one there to receive this. Mako now going to be at risk and dead. Forsaken finds him outside here at B lobby. Prowler now going to be sent through a straight, going for the peak. The Seize is going to connect, and he just manages to hold down M1, but something. Knives popped. Gets 2 kills in reply of his own. 2 more to go. The null command pulsing across. Close push, looking for the reset, but Hyunmin does manage to stick alive, stick around. Might be intact. Finds a headshot on the Divide now. The Armageddon, the hold back Mindfreak here for the moment, slides back into the corner. Salvo's going to be sent. Mindfreak slow walking along the side, and Hyunmin.
The lead, they will not be reset with their money.
Big reveal. 3 players going to be spotted, but Estrella finding something there off the rip. I'm curious if that was through the window, if he just... They read this. Stealth drone not available. Flash set up though. That will confirm at least a peeking presence. As Jing, considering going for the ADS, ends up falling critically. The site is now wide open.
Yeah, just Estrella strafing through the 2 Vandal shots. And this 4 versus 2 feels like maybe it might be the safe situation. Give him a crack.
Yeah, recollected operator Estrella was showing off some...
Understandable. This is a much needed round for them. Wait.
He's just TP'd right past them.
They don't know.
Mindfreak is in behind them. There's a judge in the front, but it's falling to pieces. Now he strikes, and it's only going to be good for 1. To try to clutch this out. Waiting here, flooding back in. A suppress onto the jet, the tailwind. Expired, Salvo sent, the swing in the corner, finds 1, finds 2. Mako from behind. Able to take him down as he gets dragged off of the defuse. Bane from the door.
B main controlled quite nicely with Estrella putting the shear a little bit deeper. There's been some challenge.
Pushing in off the back of the stealth drone. Hyunmin able to find a headshot onto 1, but something shutting him down.
Big ults to come in towards this round.
Estrella, I mean, we'll have time to turn as the wall gets ready to be tripped here. Doesn't have the thorn set up, so now it's just staring in. Something on the strafe. Ends up getting cut down. Now a Steel Garden online. Divide pushing forward, able to find a kill. Gives himself a second snappy headshot onto freeing Jing. Finding Estrella. The ult now no longer a concern. Is looking for the investment there. The Annihilation ends up going wide. A net to get the grab. Double approach here from the same side. Stun out onto 1. Bane collecting the kill. Tucks back. Just dancing around the boxes. Here's the drop. A smattering of damage across. Just for now, though, we'll push in towards mid. Stealth drone to try to check.
Dodge nicely.
Get cleared, but Hyunmin just doing him dirty. Still the push coming in. Does take a good chunk of damage there. Knocks the eye down to 56. Pops the tailwind to get away.
You know, you'd assume a lot of stalling at the moment.
3 peaks, Mindfreak, good for 1.
Wall in the tree as well.
But Mako's just swooping down here towards top mid. Gets a catch. Mindfreak now going to be dropped. Wall does get the segment broken. It's going to be Divide noted over towards that defender's spawn. Now it is just Forsaken with 4 HP. And realistically, what feels like no hope in hell. These would have to be the cleanest, crispest shots that we've ever seen.
I mean, a 1 versus 3 where everyone's playing different angles. If Mako doesn't
read
this...
Yeah, if you can backstab all of them. Well.
No, never mind.
They know where each other are at, and Mako says, well, my teammates are able to tell me that you're very, very just cycling smokes on it, however. And he's got an Ares. Oh, dear.
If they go on to the Thorns.
This is going to be very painful, as Bane is actually the one who comes away with 2. Playing off the back of the damage, Mako involved in the kills. Given the smoke, as Mindfreak is now basically pinned at wine.
Wouldn't mind Bane going a little looking here for that Annihilation.
在哪里？爆能器已部署。
让导弹飞一会儿。
又想起来。
确认消灭。
爆能器落在 B 区，还剩1名敌人。统治吧！ 还剩1名敌人。
As there you go, 13-4. That's a fly. Ready to greet them on the entryway. As smoke goes out, a little bit of a scale forward here. GrabNet now going to be sent in as well as salvos get popped. Bane up and over the top of the smoke, catching a glimpse there on the divide. Is able to go ahead and swiftly take him down. Jing will stop it from being a flawless, but shot there with that outlaw as Mako quickly bouncing away back forward into that B site, keeps himself alive and safe here for the moment. Forsaken trying to get a seize around the corner, but now it's going to be Mako holding the door, finding one, but not finding too much more. Does end up falling down. Jing takes a bit of damage, 90 health collectively with the armor counted. As he gets slotted in, flush against the wall here at upper. Player advantage here in the hands of PRX as they look to deny the bonus conversion, and that is a swift shot from Jing.
Just 2 more to go.
Both players about to be approaching here from the same position. Smoke gone. Can they find any additional damage? This is a very good anti-bonus from the side of PRX here for the moment. Does get the tap onto one. Bane finding Jing. Looking to try to make a go of this. Waited now here on the A site. 3-player cluster working their way forward through the tree. Trip going to be sent. Estrella able to find one. Gets the lurk there on the divide. Vice now dead for PRX. The 4-player push trying to come through. Mako in from behind, able to find one. Bane up.
He's set now as well. And PRX, Hero Vandal, showstopper for Jing.
Jumping forward. And Jing just immediately dealt with Hyunmin. Just hitting that headshot, taking minor damage. Does manage to tuck out with the gate crash. 2 charges away now from having his ultimate online, catching up alongside something here. Paranoia goes, but Estrella finding a god timing. And he just absolutely massacred. Jing with just the Sheriff. Showstopper online, does he just send it? Yes, he does. Jumping up over the top. The gate crash, however, kind of baiting it out. Push up into the smoke, and Estrella there covering fire. Manages to take him down. The wall holds the rest of the players here at bay. As it's going to be a good gate crash forward for something, but Estrella turns back, notes it has the shorty. I think you'd ideally love to try to go for a save here.
I mean, you kind of forced into doing it, right? You just had a bit of movement from Bane over towards C, who set up the sensors. That one kill, though, maybe gets PRX in.
Estrella, though, no, they find one, and that's just going to be Estrella having...
Lesser by, start off at the front of B. Hyunmin, an outlaw on the line. Oh, and shut down.
And Forsaken. Crispy one there with that Sheriff. Ping reveal. Jing bounding forward, somehow getting traded out, but traded up here is PRX. Just continuing to hit that W key. Estrella does manage to slide into the B site, strikes. But now all alone, about to get tough.
Straight out the guts of Pillars. You know, you catch Hyunmin trying to gate crash away. I don't even think he saw freeing there. It might have just been an obs side of things.
I think it just off the mini-map and seeing
Yeah,
where his
true.
teammate had died. Either way, that's going to be freeing, rolling out the red carpet, finding Mindfreak as well. Still looking good to try to deny away any consecutive round wins here. As now it's a two-player advantage. DRX seemingly more than happy to go for a bit of an aggressive crunch play themselves. Divine had been noted previously, and it's just going to be spray fest forward into the smoke. Flawless. They crash forward, spot on the 2. As Mindfreak, okay, does get guided here once again by something who pushes forward, trying to find Bane here at Baby Door. That's going to be the shotgun blast of an Annihilation used, but they should be able to break him out. Reload, and okay, Jing does get saved. Getting him out of the cocoon here is Estrella, nearly getting timing, getting a headshot here through the corner of the wall. Divine entering in from behind, managing to find him, believes stuck on the wall, the barrier mesh, locking it in position. Prowler able to find Mako. They know that there's going to be a judge here around the corner. The paint shell going to be sent as Bane finding one. Now the call, if he senses that the site's going to be opened up.
Problem the Shio is keeping him in check.
Tap on the door, Mindfreak going for the push, winning the fight. Gunman going to be taken down. Still needing to try to fight through this position here.
Oh,
Mako,
the
the timing is absolutely gorgeous for something. Swings in, finds a headshot, wide swings. The takedown freeing as well.
剩余30秒。
Estrella dead through the smoke. Bane, last one alive, and my goodness, how have PRX done this?
爆能器已部署。
Something else dialed in on the line, taken low. Shot a little bit wider, Bane. Quick reposition, gets up on top of the platform here. Divine grabbing the orb, does have a steel garden. Take back as, oh, the jump across, and Hyunmin hits the shot. Jing dead in midair, Mako at the same time. Holding things down forward. Over a tree on this A side. Cuts across, he's out into the open, but he's still winning the
落在
fight.
A 区，
One after the other, they fall, and now he's got control of the spike. Strafes in, maybe getting a little bit too aggressive. Mindfreak did. Yeah, pop of the thorns. Freeing at upper. Salvo sent, escorting him even further forward in.
Steel Garden lined up.
才配生存。
All right, well, trying to go for the TP fort. Somehow something winning that fight. Hyunmin does manage to find him there with the shorty, but now the bound forward, Jing, judge in hand, clearing out some extra space. TP check there from Mako, and Widely is just seeing his team teleporting into a massacre. As Mindfreak holds the flank, and Estrella now left to try to clutch this one out. The 7-5 looking certain, swings in, can only find the 1-3.
Just control for DRX.
Nade available here. But, oh, door open, Mako dominating, finding 2 there. Nate does manage to take him down on the back end, but headshot through the box. Hyunmin finding Forsaken. Device suddenly last one alive, still pivoting over towards this A site, and the stealth drone about to scout him as well.
Such a decisive pistol already from DRX.
Damn clean. Some very crispy shots.
爆能器落在 C 区，一塌糊涂。还剩一名敌人。监听器启动，监听此区。投掷捕网，我方还剩1人。
让导弹飞一会儿。 我无惧湮灭。替身完蛋了。
爆能器已部署。得再等等，我的大招。还剩1名敌人。我听到你了。 还剩1名敌人。监听器断连。
I didn't know if it was already grabbed, but oh, by the looks of it, it is.
闪光。
遮天蔽目，
全是弱点。再见。
Oh!
回来了。
No!
剩1名敌人。爆能器落在 A 区。
致盲陷阱就绪，回收闪光陷阱。
嗯。哦。Oh no! 1v1。
让导弹飞一会儿，发射榴弹。机器人出动。
格斗用完了。
哦！
哇，你们懂什么？已部署。
闪光器已部署，还没准备好成功是吗？
官方获胜。
在这儿。
还剩1名敌人，爆能器落在 B 区。
完工，
还剩一
大
名敌人
功告。成。你早已失去理智，这样的结局正好。
侦查该区域。为尘土。
白痴！
隔离解除，
消灭。钻木器启动。
敌人已消灭，
还剩一名敌人。消灭一个。
滚！屏障生成。
我方还剩一人，爆能器落在 A 区。
这儿。
Thirsty，
剩余30秒。
遮天
隔离解除。
哦，
大功告成。
我方还剩一人。钻木器启动。
投放风群手雷，投放风群手雷，激活风群手雷。
还剩一名敌人。剩一名敌人。
搞定一个，
爆能器落在 B 区。还剩一名敌人。
雾化终止。
在这儿。耶！哦，差点就玩脱了。
爆能器落在 A 区，还剩1名敌人。
找到你了，小混蛋！
爆能器已部
倒
署，
计时开始，看招！别了，
侦察该区域。
消灭一个。再见。
隔离解除。
在这儿。
剥夺战斗机能。
别挡路。
滚！
分务器启动。剩余30秒，还剩1名敌人。我方还剩1人，爆能器落在 B 区。
别飞了，
战术流弹。
还剩1名敌人。
暂时结束了。敌人在这儿。
用完了，剩余30秒。剩1名敌人，爆能器落在 A 区。剩余10秒。
你不够快。我的大招好了，
爆能器落在 A 区。还剩1名敌人。Flawless。
消灭。
爆能器落在 A 区，还剩1名敌人。
无可挑剔。
剩余 爆能器已部署。爆能器在攻方重生点。
3个、
还剩1名敌人。
4个。
爆能器落在 B 区。
再见了，封锁视野。
我方还剩1人。爆能器已部署。还剩1名。你们快跑吧！爆能器落在 B 区。
爬过来受死！
搞定。
我方还剩1人。
消灭。屏障生成。隔离解除。好了，真是壮烈。
Hello, is this thing on? Hi, everybody. It's been a hot minute. I am here trying to guide you through what looks to maybe be
剩余30
the
秒。
remainder of this series. DRX,
我曾经想要的
the backstab here from Mako. Just everyone clustered together for PRX, looking for one considered effort here on the strike. Estrella going to be pinged revealed up and over the top of something, and down he shall drop dead. I'll just Fury from Forsaken able to find one. Estrella going to get dropped as well. Bane finding one. The shorty draw out to
还
five.
剩1人。
Taken down. Mind Freak is able to get on top of him, and now it's just Hyunmin here with this operator
爆
in
能器已
hand.
部署。
24 kills to his name so far. 26 Mind Freak is to its end. He hits the first shot. Tailwinds across, gets the spot out, which is a Ray peak, and Forsaken goes down. His hands in the air, the rest of the team on their feet.